Hey everybody, it's Chad, and uh, um, okay. Welcome to Above It, Love It. Hey, okay, so what I wanted to talk about today is basically saying goodbye and a quote from one of my favorite movies of all time, The Sixth Sense. And, before I talk about that, I guess I just wanted to say that GLBTQ and people not with Down syndrome, people who've been through a lot of physical or mental pain, like they come out of the military or they've just been born with a disease or they have cancer or something like that, they usually meet people in life who really help them move along and such like that. I've had a few of those experiences where people help you come out or people help you deal with bullying or help you pull yourself together and shoot for your goals again. And that's basically what I want to talk about tonight, is those few special people in life. And actually, it ends up being a lot of people usually in life that you meet that are like that in different ways. The hardest part, though, is understanding that a lot of the times you do have to say goodbye to those people, or something along those lines. I had to say goodbye to two of my close cousins a couple years ago. Oh, actually, it was 5 or 6 years ago, but still, in Israel, because it was our last visit and I didn't realize it, but their parents didn't want us hanging around their kids anymore because they didn't want their culture to be changed by us, because we're atheists. I'm not atheist, I'm agnostic, but they didn't want their Orthodox Jew kids to be converted by us, which is completely understandable because you want to keep your culture the same. You don't want culture to be changed just because one person comes into your life and changes it. I understand. But you really do need to talk to, your kids first before you make that decision, because they're the ones affected directly. Anyway, that's not what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about basically just saying goodbye to close friends and close relationships in life that you have to say goodbye to under any circumstance. Sometimes you have to say goodbye just because it's life, you have that feeling that it's just over, or sometimes you move away or they move away and you can't talk anymore. Or sometimes it's just, like the thing in Israel that happened, parents forcing you not to talk anymore. You can always find ways around it, but it's just not, it doesn't always work. Sometimes, even death makes relationships stop, sudden death or things like that. And it's a lot better. This is what I found. In the movie The Sixth Sense, Cole, which is the little kid, at the end of the movie, which I'm not ruining, trust me, this is not ruining it at all, he says to Bruce Willis, after Bruce Willis tells him that they can't talk anymore, that he's got to move on to other patients because Cole is cured, which is, fairly true. So he's got to move on and do his other jobs. So Cole, instead of saying, okay, see ya, and, getting all teary and stuff like that, he plays a game, sort of. He says, basically, let's not say goodbye. Why don't we just say we're going to see each other tomorrow? We'll just pretend, even though it's not going to happen, let's just pretend that we're going to see each other tomorrow. We'll just say, see you tomorrow. And so they both go along with it and say that. And it is a so much more powerful meaning to say that than to just say goodbye and hug and cry, because it ends the relationship on a new note. I've said it to a few people after the cousin incident. Very few people, but I've still said it, and I'm glad I did for some of them, and, not so glad with some of the others. But I'm still proud to know that. And I really do think it's an effective way of saying goodbye without saying goodbye. Because a lot of the times, if you stay in contact with someone just via email or Facebook like that, it's just not a real relationship, you know? You're just going to be like talking with each other on birthdays, like, happy birthday, how are you doing, and things like that. But it's no longer a relationship anymore. You don't remember what you used to have with that person, the true friendship and meaning you had in that relationship. So by just completely stop talking and saying, just see you tomorrow, it's a lot more meaningful in the end. At least that's what I think. And so I really do think if you ever have to say that in life to somebody who's helped you come out or help you be who you are, you just say, see you in the future. Or see you tomorrow, you know? Just see you soon. Don't say goodbye. Because you never know if you'll see them again in the future, ever, you know? You could see them in the future. Even, yeah. And then, just, because it's a lot more meaningful. And then, if you do end up saying goodbye, though, mean goodbye. Don't get a Facebook, don't get a Gmail for them, just don't add them on anything. Because that destroys the purpose of saying goodbye. You'll forget, you won't forget, but the meaning that you had with that person will slowly die. It won't ever completely die. It's just not as meaningful of a relationship as it was before. Which is disappointing, but true. So keeping that meaning in your life, and keeping those memories is one of the most important things. So one of those two things is always one of the better things to do. I did that on QA. That's the most recent one I've done, is I've done it to one person so far. I've asked to not say goodbye to, just say, you know, see you later, you know, or see you soon. And then I'm going to be doing that to one other person, and then I indirectly said it today to one person, which I'm glad I did for all three. Well, I haven't done it to one yet, but I'll be doing that either today or tomorrow. Anyway, that's basically all I have to say, is just when you have to leave a relationship that's really meaningful to you, the best way to leave it is to leave it on a note that you'll see each other in the future. Don't leave it on a note of saying goodbye permanently. Don't ever leave it on a note, ever leave it on a note of, I'll add you on Facebook, or I'll add you on Gmail, or something like that. Ever. Or else it is not as meaningful at all as it was. I promise you. I guarantee if you do not add that person on Gmail or Facebook or MSN, AIM, or any of that crap, it'll be so much more powerful of a relationship remembered than if you add them or accept them. Just keep that in mind. And that's just a simple topic I wanted to talk about, is just being able to leave a relationship happily and knowing that you had a great journey with that person. Be it a real relationship, being it like, you know, a relationship, you know, with, you know, just, or, I don't know how to say it, but, or just friendship, or any of that crap. Okay, not crap, but you know what I mean. Okay, I just gotta stop talking, I'm done. Okay, that's about it, and I guess, yeah, just comment below, tell me what your thoughts are of, or experiences are with leaving friendships and relationships and things like that, and I'd really like to hear about it. And I guess here's my dance.